Let us, therefore, brace ourselves to our duties. We shall never surrender.
Have you ever imagined history being fun? Come along with the magical Miss Jordana and her students as they travel through time, witnessing events that shaped the United States of America.
Children, are you ready? It's time to come inside.
What are you guys doing?
We're planting seeds.
Are you supposed to plant seeds in the ground?
Well, Lincoln, the weather isn't quite warm enough yet. By putting them in containers where it is warmer inside, I can plant them earlier. After they have sprouted, I'll then plant them in my garden.
I could just go to the store and buy all kinds of root vegetables all ready to go.
Yeah, this seems like a lot of work.
Well, we may have the luxury now of buying fresh food from all over the world, but the Pilgrims certainly didn't. By planting my own garden, it helps me remember just how much work it used to be to provide food. Okay, what do you say? Shall we go inside?
Yeah, I guess.
So, Mr. Jordana, after the Pilgrims finally landed to the New World inside the Mayflower Compact, where did they go to find more food since what they had on the ship was almost gone?
Excellent question, Kate. And you are right. There were no grocery stores or restaurants. The Pilgrims had to fend for themselves. And remember, it was now winter.
But at least they finally reached land and get off that nasty old boat.
Well, I'm sure they were excited to land, but many of them could not get off the boat yet.
What? Why don't they just get off the boat once they reach land? I would have been out of there.
Maybe they're afraid of being attacked by wild beasts or dragons.
Well, maybe not dragons, Lincoln, but you're on the right track. Remember, none of them had ever been to this new land before. They had no idea what it was like, what resources were available, or what dangers might be lurking about. And because where they landed in the bay, the water was so shallow, getting on and off the boat involved wading through freezing waters. So they couldn't just pop on and off whenever they wanted.
So, what did they do?
They sent men out on scouting parties.
Ooh, party? Sounds fun.
Oh, not that kind of party, Beth. The scouting parties were groups of pilgrims who went to search the land for a location with food, fresh water, and a place they could build a colony.
Why didn't they just ask someone for help when they got off the boat?
America was not as we know it now, Lincoln. People weren't just hanging out waiting to welcome the Pilgrims to the New World. In fact, the people living in this area, the Native Americans, they did not want any more settlers coming to live on their land. And with their past experiences, one could hardly blame them. But more on that later. Shall we go see what the scouting party's up to?
Yeah!
I'm cold to my bones this morning.
December is nearing, men. We must find a suitable location for the colony soon. Our food supplies are getting dangerously low.
Yes, so many are ill. With having to wade through the cold water to come ashore, we cannot remain aboard the Mayflower much longer. If only we were successful at catching fish in the bay.
Our colony's survival depends on us. We must find a place with fresh water, room to build, and land fit for planting. Let us keep searching for the Indians we saw yesterday at the start of our scouting mission.
I wish we knew of their intentions. Are they friends or foe?
Matters not. Our situation is dire. We require the help of people living here. Look, there are more mounds.
Come, men. Let us dig them up.
Wait, let's consider our actions. What if there are more graves like the ones we found earlier?
Yes, well, these are shaped differently. Let us see what's buried here.
This whole area is definitely part of an abandoned Indian settlement. We already found the remnants of their living quarters and cooking kettle over yonder.
Perhaps there's something we can use buried here.
Our situation is desperate. The Indians are no longer here. We must think of our colony. I found something. Is it corn?
It resembles our corn, but the colors are different.
Indeed, men. It is a basket full of corn.
Quick, start digging up the other mounds. And go and get the kettle we saw earlier.
Alas, let us consider our actions. Maybe we should leave the Indian corn alone. It's obviously been stored here for future use.
We'll return and compensate them later. We don't have a choice. We need food. Our people grow weaker every day.
This will see us through the harsh winter and provide seed for planting in the spring.
Yes, we must also think ahead to the spring. We do not yet know if the seeds that we brought with us will grow in this new world.
Then it is settled. Quickly, let's return to the ship.
That scouting party did not seem like my kind of party.
Right? Walking around in the freezing cold for days on end, searching for food and a place to build is not my idea of fun.
They got really lucky to find all that buried corn.
Why was it all buried? Why would someone have left all that behind?
Well, the Native Americans typically had one area they lived in for the winter and another for the summer. They would bury the corn, and when they'd return, they would have seeds to plant for the following year.
Wait, does that mean the Pilgrims stole the seeds from the Native Americans?
The Pilgrims were sick and starving. The corn meant a chance for survival. They vowed to return and pay back the owners, but yes, they took food that belonged to someone else.
I don't know how I feel about that. Stealing is wrong, but I guess I understand why they felt like they needed to do it.
I hope you are starting to see how many events in history are complicated. As much as we like to picture certain people as the good guys and bad guys, there are many sides to the stories, and often people's behaviors are motivated by reasons we do not recognize. On our travels, it is of the utmost importance that we remember that these were people from different times and different circumstances, not of our modern world. By seeing all these impactful moments in history from many perspectives, I hope it will help you in your everyday lives.
Maybe you can help them when I go back next time. Bring them some water things we can use. I can bring the kids my clothes to keep them warm.
I love where your heart is, Kate. But remember, we can only go back as observers. We are never to meddle in history. It could change the outcome of world events. When the scouting parties would return ashore, the Pilgrims would eventually settle at what they would call Plymouth Harbor, on the western side of Cape Cod Bay. But be forewarned, a terrible winter is in store for the people of the Mayflower, and they are not prepared.
Oh man, that does not sound good. But don't worry, Miss Jordana. We'll be on time next week so we don't get left behind.